And you, Acadian, what is your profession?
Sculptor, sir.
Spartans! What is your profession?
YouTube, what's going on? In today's video, we're going to be doing a meal prep series. I'm going to the grocery store and I got two on the list for today. The first one is a protein pancake bowl. That's going to be super clutch for me in the morning because I'm a snoozer and I click snooze like a million times before I actually have to get out of bed. So this will be clutch for not only me, but you guys who decide to try the recipe out in the morning time. And then because that one's super simple to make and most of the ingredients you can find at home. For example, like everything I already have is eggs, Greek yogurt, milk, flour, protein powder, baking powder, and then sugar / sweetener, whatever you guys decide. I already have all that stuff, like a lot of it. So we're going to be doing a second one, which is going to be for just lunchtime, dinner, whatever. But this one's going to be a bacon Cajun Alfredo pasta. I'm going to leave links in the description or maybe like a pop-up to the original video where I got the idea from. So in this, what we're going to be needing is sirloin steak, bacon, cream cheese, cottage cheese, garlic, milk, chicken broth, Cajun seasoning, Alfredo seasoning, and pasta. So we're going to go to the grocery store right now. We're going to get everything that we need. We're going to take this back home and we're going to chef it up. We're going to cook it up. If you guys can tell in the background, I finally got my new truck, or not new truck, my old truck, but feels new to me because I have not driven it in about a month because it was down at West Virginia University. It broke down on me. I was driving from school all the way to the Pittsburgh Pro and I got halfway there and it literally died halfway to the Pittsburgh Pro. So it's been in the shop for about a month now, and then I'm gonna have to take it back up either later today or tomorrow. It's probably gonna be tomorrow because the check engine light came on and like it needs a few things. Like it needs like an oil change and a bunch of other things. But yeah, she's getting old. She's 2010, but she has 411,000 kilometers on her, and in freedom units, that's, I don't know, roughly about 250,000 miles, maybe 260,000. Don't quote me on that. That's my rough estimate. But yeah, so we're going to be getting right into this and I'll catch you guys at the grocery store. All right. Okay, let's take a look at what we need here first. What's the closest shit to me? I'm going to say probably the garlic. I have no idea where the garlic is. Oh, it's right here. That's perfect. Let's just roll on over here. Let's grab one of these. This looks pretty good right here. Okay. Next on the list, let's get the steak. Shit's right around the corner here. Yeah, yo, last time I was in here, I didn't set up my camera properly, or the microphone. So I had the camera one connected to my actual like body cam or body mic, and I didn't catch any of the audio, so it was a complete waste of my time. So let's look right here for the steak. Oh shit, they've got the cubed ones already. Is this really what I'm looking for though? So they've got this. This is what we're looking to do at the end. We're basically just going to be cubing it up. So I could either buy it cubed or I could get one of these and then just cube it up myself. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy these two because that is just so much more convenient. Damn, bro, 25 bucks? That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, that's the second one on the list right there. 25 bucks for that is crazy. Okay, Bacon. Let's go over here and grab the bacon. Yeah. Seeing as that we're on the bulk right now, trying to get some mass, we're not gonna be doing like the reduced calorie versions of most of this shit. Like, we're not gonna be doing fat-free cream cheese. We're just gonna be getting the regular cream cheese, cause whatever. So we're just gonna grab one of these bacons right here. So we got the steak, bacon. Now we gotta get the cream cheese, cottage cheese. So I have the garlic. I have milk. I don't need evaporated milk for this. Unless actually, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna get evaporated milk just in case the milk that I have just tastes like fucking shit. So let's go right here. Anything in here that I need, I'm gonna just like flip this around. Kind of lower that. No, I don't think the cream cheese is in here. It's probably gonna be in the big fridge over there. All right. Yo, I woke up this morning and like in Canada right now, there's like these forest fires going on, and the air right now is just, it's hard to breathe. Like, the breathing quality is like terrible. So if you hear me like constantly coughing, that's why. I'm breathing in this smog. Cream cheese. Let me flip this around right here, show y'all what I'm looking at. Sour cream. Cream cheese. Shit. Oh, here we go. There's a cream cheese right there. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, let's take this now over to the milk section. We're getting some evaporated milk. I really don't know how this is gonna taste, but we gotta give it a shot. Evaporated milk. I don't think I've ever bought that in my life. Evaporated milk. I really don't even know what that will, like, that's a package that comes in. Like, evaporated milk. Yo, I'm gonna hop on Google right here real quick. We're gonna see what evaporated milk looks like in the container, and then we're gonna go and find it. Does it come in a can? It does come in a can. So we're not gonna find it over here. Is there anything else we could find over here? Evaporated milk, chicken broth. Nah, we ain't finding anything else over here. So, actually, flip this down. Okay. Seasonings, no. Is there pasta down here? No. Yes, we do have the seasonings right here. Let's take a look down here. Actually, I might find the evaporated milk in this section, or in this aisle here too. But we're going for the Cajun seasoning right now and the dry Alfredo seasoning. Perfect. Double. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. And then we're gonna take a look over here at our seasonings. Now let me take a look for this Cajun. I'll be honest, I'm not really optimistic at the fact that they're gonna have, oh, spoke too soon. Perfect. Okay, we are almost there. What else do we need? We need pasta, and then we got the evaporated milk. Did I get the cottage cheese? No, I just got cream cheese. Shit. We're gonna have to go right back down, and we're gonna have to get the cottage cheese real quick too. Hopefully I can find the evaporated milk along my journey. shit. I doubt that it's down here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, let's go get the cottage cheese real quick. Yeah, so as I'm shopping here, I'm taking a look for this cottage cheese. So last week's meal prep, the protein burrito was actually really fucking good, and I genuinely think that it tasted better cold than it did heated up. So at work, you guys are working, don't even heat it up, just like eat it cold. It was so much better. So we've got cottage cheese to look for. Here we are. Bam. All right, that's checked, that's checked. Chicken broth, evaporated milk, and pasta. Those are the three things we're looking for right now. This is the pasta aisle right down here. Let's go take a quick look, grab some good pasta. In the video, the guy did like a protein pasta, but this is like just an average grocery store, so I'd be shocked to see if they even had a protein pasta option, but you never know. I was shocked with the Cajun season or Cajun spice, but I don't think I'll be as lucky with this one. Let's take a look over here. I think I'm just gonna grab this one. We'll get the Scooby-Doo. All right, so these employees are hiding on me. I can't find anybody. I'm gonna take it upon myself. We're gonna go down aisle 8 here. It's a bunch of canned shit, so maybe that's where I'll find it. But this is the international aisle and the pasta aisle. So I don't really think that it would be down here. I think it's probably in baking. That's my best bet. But there is a bunch of like canned shit over here on the side. But it's all like vegetables and stuff. So that's probably not it. I'm gonna look for the baking aisle. Let's go take a look. Where the fuck is the baking aisle? And I've already taken a look down this aisle. Shit. Yo, I'm lost, bruh. I cannot find this. Maybe I might get lucky here. Oh my God, I found it, boys. Found it. Here we go. Right here. Which one do I want? I want this. I don't want a pumpkin pie flavor though. Damn. Oh. Right here. Evaporated milk. So, on this list, let me... Damn. All right, let me double check here what we got. So we do have the steak, the bacon. I'm actually gonna grab another one of those pastas. I'm gonna do 1.5 of these because I gotta make this last a week. So if I only do one of the bags of the Scooby-Doo, I don't think it's gonna be enough. So we got 2 packs of the Alfredo chicken broth, cottage cheese, seasoning, garlic, cream cheese, bacon, everything. Okay, yeah, we got everything. We're just gonna grab another one of the Scooby-Doos. And then we'll be good to go.
All right, so I'm a dumbass and I totally forgot to turn on the microphone camera to connect to my body camera. So for the next couple of clips until I figured it out, I'm gonna
Nice.
have to do a voiceover. This is going to be
Perfect.
a
All
binging
right.
with
Let me go
Babish
check out,
style video now
and I'll catch you
instead
guys at my
of
house.
what I had originally recorded. So basically, the main issue that I found was that the guy that I'm getting the video off of, or the inspiration to my meal prep, he didn't put everything down correctly into the description. So basically, I had to go back to the store and I had to get broccoli, as well as I had to get an onion, and which is not shown here. And he also got cheese, or he put cheese in, and I had to go get some cheese. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to kind of just talk over what I see here, but pretty much those are the ingredients that you need. I'm going to put a list of what you actually need on the screen, just so that you guys don't run into the same scenario that I did. But yeah, it's just going to be voiced over, and if I can find some copyright music, I will. However, there's a good chance that even the copyright music that I do find, it still gets copyrighted. I've had a couple videos get taken down for it, so it might just be a audio only session here. So this is me talking about how the guy didn't mention getting onions in the video. So get yourself some onions. You guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to want to crush some garlic, and then what you're going to do is chop it up. Don't judge me on my chopping and crushing skills. It's still new. I mean, I've been cooking for a little while, but I'm no Gordon Ramsay. I'm just a meal prepper. So to me, food is food in the sense that if it tastes good or it tastes bad, I'm still going to have to eat it. Food is fuel, especially as a bodybuilder. You're not really eating for taste and not really looking for aesthetics. However, I guess as I get better and develop my skills more, the aesthetics are going to improve. But don't judge me on my onion cutting skills here. Still learning. Now, normally I wouldn't chop up the video, not the onion I'm talking about. I'm talking about chopping up the video now. Normally I wouldn't cut and get rid of a lot of the stuff. I'm just gonna kind of keep it raw, keep it like as genuine as possible so you guys can actually follow along with how the process is really like, and not some bullshit Instagram chopped up video where it's in a minute long and you don't really actually get to see the struggle of cooking this stuff. On my Instagram page, eventually, as I'm recording and chopping all this stuff down into a small minute, you're gonna get a very condensed version of what it actually is like. However, when you come to my actual channel on YouTube, we're going to be taking things slow. We're going to make sure that you guys actually get the full experience and not some glamorized version of what it should be, or what these, I guess, Instagram in food influencers, I don't know what to call them, uh, whatever they try to make it seem like it is. Now, here's me just going back, grabbing the beef and throwing it on the counter, trying to make myself look like a pro. I think it is going to look kind of cool when I slice it up for Instagram. That's kind of why I did that. But what you're going to take next is your cubed meat. So what you're going to do is, oh, here's me. I already washed my meat. And now I'm going to slap my meat down on that table and chop it all up. Make sure you're getting thin cubes, or whatever your desired meat size is. Make sure you're getting it to whatever your preference is. I think it's probably going to be best when you chop it up, even though it is already cubed. I'm going to make it a little bit more thinner. I bought the cubed ones because it's just going to be easier than actually just chopping up a piece of beef or steak or whatever you guys want to say. I think it's just going to be a lot easier to do it that way. So that's why I did it. Now over here, you can see me rambling about something that obviously did not get recorded. So what I believe I'm talking about is the seasonings that the guy did not include into the video. He said grab like a garlic spice. Oh, there's a salt and pepper. And then right here is where I'm talking about how he put this like herb spice on there. and the only herb spice that I had was a lemon and herb spice. So in order to make it authentic and true to the video, I decided to sprinkle a little bit on there. I did not want it to taste too lemony. So what I did was I just drizzled a little bit on the top there, followed by the salt and pepper. So here's me just putting that lemon and herb seasoning on there. Obviously, you want to get enough on there so you're going to taste that, but I don't want the lemon to be overpowering, especially with a Cajun sauce. It's my first time making it. I didn't know how well those two flavors would actually blend. So I was kind of conservative on it and I only put a little bit, but I did put a shit ton of pepper on there, as you guys can see from the pepper dust just absolutely covering the entire thing of the beef. And then here's me just manhandling my meat right there. Absolutely just seasoning the hell out of it, making sure that every cube and every square inch of my meat is covered in seasoning. And then, because I wasn't satisfied with how much seasoning was on top of my meat, I ended up going back and putting some more salt and pepper. I don't think I added the lemon and herbs. I'm gonna see it right here, but oh, and then there's me sneezing. Bless you, bless you. And here's me adding some more pepper on there like there wasn't already enough on there. And do I go back and give it some more? No, I give myself the thumbs up and off to the next part. Here is me putting together the Cajun sauce. So right now we have some cottage cheese, some of the evaporated milk, and then here's some of the Cajun, or yeah, that's the Cajun sauce. And also, as I'm talking about right now, the guy in the video said to add some of the dry Parmesan. Is that dry Parmesan? No, that's dry Alfredo right there. He wanted me to put some dry Alfredo, but I didn't see him add any in there. So I just left that out of the recipe because he didn't add it. So I guess that's something that you don't need. So don't buy it, don't add it. If you do buy it and you do add it, let me know how it tastes because I was kind of curious. And also, I put in some paprika as well, just to make sure that the flavor was nice and proper. Now here we're going ahead and opening up the evaporated milk. I realized very quickly that if I went around the entirety of the lid, that it would just fall right onto my counter and I would lose everything. So I made a smart decision, placed it on the counter, and then decided to add it. The recipe said 1/4 cup of uh, evaporated milk, but I slowly realized that I cooked way too much fucking pasta later on. So I went by the book or by the video originally with all the measurements, except the spices. I won't lie, I kind of eyeballed those ones. However, because I made so much pasta and not enough sauce, I ended up just putting more sauce or evaporated milk and everything else that goes into the sauce later on off camera, just because there was not enough. It would just been a dry pasta. So right here, I'm adding a tablespoon and a half, which eventually got like upgraded, and I put a little bit more in there, just off camera. Um, right here, I believe that is my Cajun spice. There's the evaporated milk going in there. And then here's some of the Cajun going in on top. And as you can see, I have that Alfredo sauce to our left, my right, which I ended up not using. There's some Parmesan cheese. Um, Recipe said about a tablespoon. I like cheese. I'm putting more. All right, now we're doing some cream cheese. So put about a tablespoon worth into the blender and you guys are good to go. So here's me turning on the blender, completely forgetting to put my paprika in there because I was looking at the color of the sauce and I was like, that's pretty white. In the video that I saw, it was a lot more red and a lot darker. So originally my thought was, oh, I didn't add enough Cajun in there. However, I completely missed the paprika. All right, now it's time to whip out the paprika, add that bad boy into the blend, and then turn that shit on and see how good that comes out. So the recipe asks for about a tablespoon of the paprika. I did it off camera, cut it out a little bit just to make the video a lot shorter, but I added about a tablespoon in there and blended it up. Now this is the consistency and color that you're looking for, kind of a darker red. So honestly, thank God I didn't turn my second microphone on because I was just yapping and rambling about the same thing over and over again about how Buddy in the video missed out on a lot of shit in the description and it caused me to have to go back to the grocery store. So what I was saying about the sauce, don't be worried if the consistency is a little bit runny. You can always add some more not sour cream, cream cheese, and also cottage cheese to the mix. And when you heat up the sauce at the very end, it makes it more thick.
Okay, so now that the pan's heating up, we're going to transfer the steak right here all the way onto the pan, and we're just going to let that cook until it's nice and crispy. So let's angle that right there. Let me bring all this stuff over. All right, now that that pasta's coming to a boil, stab it open and get this in there. Put the whole bag in. That is a fucking lot of pasta. It's a lot of pasta and not enough water. Oh well, you live and you learn. Now these right here, this is almost ready. I just wanted to crispen up. Make sure that's nice and brown on the outside. So we're gonna give both of these a few more minutes here. Okay, so this is the consistency that you're looking for right here. I want it to be crispy on the outside right here. So now that this is pretty much done, we can take this off the heat, let this rest. And I also put a little bit more water into the pasta right here, just because there was definitely not enough. So as this pasta cooks, we're gonna go out and we're going to throw the bacon and the broccoli into the air fryer. Not together, separately. Throw the bacon in first, then the broccoli. Okay, so taking the video outside, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be taking this bacon and we're just gonna throw it into the air fryer, and then once it's all fried up, nice and crispy, come out, bring it out, let it rest for a little bit, cut it up, throw it into the pasta with the sauce and the steak or the beef cubes. And as that bacon rests, we're gonna throw in this frozen broccoli right here and throw it into the air fryer as well. So let's cut this open. All right, now let's shove it in. Turn it on. Oh, plug it in. And then I'm just gonna plug it in off camera real quick and then get that shit cooking. So we'll probably put it in there for, I don't know, until it turns crispy brown. Okay, so off camera, I added a little bit more to the sauce right here. Make sure I get that in frame. I added a little bit more because I realized how much pasta I actually bought. That Scooby-Doo pasta, I bought a shit ton. I barely even needed the one, but yeah, so if you guys don't buy two, just buy one if you're cooking for yourself for the week, because I just finished the pasta right here. Oh, I'm trying to get that in the camera. Yeah, so I bought the one, and it's all cooked up right now. It's all ready to go, but there's a lot. It's definitely gonna last me. It's definitely gonna last me a whole week. I just I gotta make sure I got enough containers to hold all the pasta. So now we're going to add the onions, the garlic, the chicken broth to the pan right here that I've been heating up. So off camera, I heated up this pan right here, as you can see. So let's get that stuff added to it. So let's angle this down real quick. Let's get our garlic right here. Add a little bit more. Let's get our onions. And because I'm a big fan of onions, we're going to add quite a lot to it. So let this sit around here. Let that kind of heat up. Let that heat up. And as that's heating up, we're going to crack open our chicken broth right here. And let's add this chicken broth in here. So now what we'll do is we'll let that marinate. What we'll do is, let's point this over here. So we're gonna let that marinate, let that kind of just heat up, kind of caramelize, become like golden brown. And we'll let the onions, the garlic, and the chicken broth kind of just get to know each other in there, you know. It's a lot of waiting in this video off camera. I've had to do a lot of waiting. But so far the process has been pretty easy. Like I just said earlier, I had to top up a little bit on the sauce. I didn't think that there was gonna be enough. I don't even know if there's still gonna be enough. But yeah, so I have my beef right here that I just picked up and put back down for absolutely no reason. I thought I was gonna be able to show the camera, but I realized how hot and heavy it was, and it's probably not the best idea for me to do that. So as we let these kind of caramelize right here, and get to know each other, we're eventually going to add the sauce that we've been cooking up, and yeah, should be one of the final steps. Actually, let me take you guys out here with me and we'll go take a look at our bacon. I flipped it as I was waiting just to make sure that it didn't burn on me. But it should be pretty good. So let's take a look right here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So let's take that out right now. Turn that off. Pause it. Turn it off. Okay. So I'm going to take this metal part right here, the tin foil. We're going to take that out, let the bacon rest on it, and then I'm going to bring you guys back out here, and we're going to put the broccoli right inside of it. And yeah, we'll let that cook real quick. So I'll come back in a second here. All right, so, nope, this doesn't want to rip. Oh, it does, there we go, perfect. So let's rip this open, toss this
in here. Throw a little bit more on there, be generous. So I'll show you guys how much I actually put in. So relative to the pasta, there's not that much, but we're gonna be chopping it up a little bit. And yeah, so as this cooks, make a zone, let's let that cook. So now as that's cooking, I'm gonna bring you guys over here to our saute. I think that's what you call it. I'm still new to all this cooking stuff. That's looking pretty good right now. Let me grab the spoon real quick. Let's make sure that this, oh yeah, it's coming together pretty nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this sauce over here that we've made, you and I together, and we're gonna add it in there. So let me set this up real quick and we'll add it in there. All right, now that this is all set up, let's take this out of here and let's add it onto here. It's a lot of sauce for a lot of pasta. Let me get that wooden spoon real quick. Try and get as much out of it as we can. Now, hopefully this tastes pretty good because I made a lot of it, and if it doesn't taste good, that's just gonna be disappointing. I'm gonna turn this heat up. Let's turn that heat up. I'm gonna wipe that counter right there because I don't want my parents yelling at me. And yeah, let's let this kind of marinate as well. Occasionally stir it, hit it with a stir so that it doesn't explode everywhere and kind of pop off onto the countertop. But yeah, so now that that is like that, once we let it kind of marinate a little bit more, we're gonna add it to the pasta. And then once that's done, we can add everything else. Well, actually I'll add the beef to the pasta and yeah, and then we can add this. So let's, in the meantime, let me wash everything off so that my parents don't yell at me because this is not my kitchen, not my house, but I'm still using it.
You guys eat, like, I'll just eat from that.
I haven't eaten all day, so I'm very hungry. Oi!
You make lots of spaghetti.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I made until I put it all in.
Hey, macaroni.
Macaroni you tomorrow too.
Pardon?
You have a macaroni for tomorrow too.
It's his. It's all his.
Well, if I have more than 7, you can have some. Which I more than likely am going to. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Just the reason why this is open?
Yes, because I have broccoli outside that I have to go grab right now.
You cook it out.
All right, now let's take a look at this broccoli real quick here. Oh yeah, phenomenal. That looks done. Let's take that out and let's bring this over to the kitchen. Extremely beginner mistake. Okay, so now let's chop this up.
I'm going to tell you, you have way more than 7 kills there.
Yeah, so if you guys want, you guys can have as much as you want. Can you pass me the scissors? Actually, I'll just chop the bacon up with a knife. Do you have oh.
On what?
The air fryer. Do you mind passing me? Oh, never mind. It's right here. Don't worry, I'm gonna grab the noodles that fell off the side. I just couldn't contain all of it in the bowl here. Okay, so I don't have enough room right now for every single strain of pasta, excuse me. Let's add all this.
Oh, very nice, Cameron. You give it to me? No.
All right.
Good luck and
Excuse me. Now let's get this in here. And this guy, he didn't add cheese onto the description either, and he added cheese at the very end. So I could have got that. And now we'll where's the spoon? Oh, there's the fork. Let's add this. Ooh. That could have been a catastrophe. A little bit of tin foil in there. I don't know if I have enough sauce.
Apparently.
Sounds familiar. Okay, let me add some cheese onto the top there because the guy in the video added some cheese. He added this, so we're gonna add this. All right, and that's that finished. So the last thing to do is give it a try. Cheers.
Яке не брокацію сосіс 155 мл? Написки 155.
That's pretty good. I think the only issue I have is I didn't mix the sauce like verbatim to the instructions because I needed to make a little bit more. So the sauce could be a little bit better, but I give it like a solid 7.8, 8. That's what I would give it. Definitely gonna eat that at work all week. So you guys should give it a try. Okay, so unfortunately I don't have enough time to make the protein pancake bowls today. That's gonna be something we're gonna have to do a little bit later on in the future. But based off of the recipe, honestly, I think I might have scored it a little bit higher than it deserved. I think it's probably around like a 7.3, 7.5. But part of that could have been due to me not following the instructions on this sauce to like an absolute T. I'll kind of give you guys a review of like what I thought was good about the recipe, what I thought was bad. The one issue I had, like overall, it was kind of easy to make. The only issue that I had was the guy that actually put the recipe together and posted it. He was leaving a lot of the stuff out of the description and he just added it into the video. So I was going off of what I read in the description, kind of just wrote down everything. And then when I got back from the store and started to watch the video to see how he was making it, I noticed that he added like 3 or 4 things in there. So with that being said, overall, it's not a bad meal prep. I'd say it's probably, like I just said, 7.3, 7.5 in that range. But yeah, with the amount that I made, I wouldn't get as much pasta. Don't buy as much pasta as I did. That was way too much. I still have like an entire bowl over there of pasta that I couldn't use because I didn't have enough sauce or room in the pan to mix it up. So the overall price would have been reduced probably maybe about $30-ish if I only bought the one packet of the beef slash steak and only the one pasta, like one of the pasta, the Scooby-Doo pastas. So yeah, with that being said, overall, quick, convenient, and in the next video, I'll let you guys know how well it did over the week throughout work. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.